Okay, let's talk about it. Everybody knows about the intricacies of St. Louis, but what they don't know is that none of this would have been possible and is great without looking a little bit to the east. Okay, you see this little whippersnapper right here? This is Captain James Piggott. My mans was looking across the river and he was like, I have an idea that these people over there and these supplies should be transported over there with them people and supplies. So he went out there, him and his friends, they built something called the ferry system. And I know you know something about the ferry system. They got together and they said, we're going to transport these things and people from here to over there. Now, there were some less than desirable transport, but that's another conversation for another day. This man was the ferry Lyft and Uber. This ferry was important. It transported goods, it transported people, it transported animals, it transported anything that needed to be transported. Now, this ferry was the only one that people became reliant on. This was transporting all of these things across from Missouri to East St. Louis and other places. Nobody else had the means. He had the means. And of course, St. Louis kept getting more and more popular. It was the gateway to the West, okay? All of the transport, all of the good, and all of the people needed to come through St. Louis to get some things done. Now, as much popularity as it gained, it still wouldn't have been able to get that much greater without East St. Louis being right there on its east side. See, East St. Louis was the affordable area for all of these businesses to be able to be like, you know what? We can put some transportation out here. Like, it's a lot going on down here, and we can put the railroads out here. We can build the factories. We can start putting the airplane. I mean, all of this stuff came into fruition into the East St. Louis area. Much more in this story, but all the while, people always talking about how bad East St. Louis is now, but you got to understand how the amount of greats that have come from it. I mean, come on, what you know about that Jackie Jordan Carter? I mean, she got her own sentence. This baby bad. This lady is bad. She gets more than just the simple recognition of queen. She is superwoman. Oh, baby, queen. You gotta say it, Catherine. Miss Dunham, come on now. Now, I went to SIUE and they had a whole wing named after her, or a whole, I think it was the theater or whatnot. That was something. Champions, and you know what? I mean, I'ma even have to name the Connor. I mean, Jimmy Connor, bro, like, you know what we've done with tennis. You know what we've done with tennis, but you got to give it up to Jimmy Connor. He's from East St. Louis too. And one of the pioneers of the greatest genre of music, we get the Miles Davis. Come on, can I get an amen?